Anderson .Paak.
Yes, you have to.
I love him. I would love for him to get on a song. So who knows? Maybe if he's watching this. I don't know why he'd watch an
Anderson.
interview of mine, but if you're watching,
I trust.
call me.
Call
Yeah.
her. Alessia Cara is back. The Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter announced she's about to drop not one, but 2 new singles next week. And she sat down with Billboard to give us the exclusive on what we can expect with her new music. The little birdie told me that you've written about 40 songs for this next album that you're working on.
Yes, the bird was correct. I think I'm experimenting a lot, like sonically. This album sounds a lot more fun and a lot more experimental, even with these, 2 singles I'm putting out. It just feels a lot more mature, like a newer version of me, which I'm very excited to showcase.
The 2 singles, Sweet Dream and Shapeshifter, which dropped July 15th, are the first taste of new music from Alessia in over a year. She explains the first track, Sweet Dream, is about her real-life struggle with insomnia.
I've always struggled with falling asleep my whole life, and, being in quarantine, being alone, I just didn't have a lot going on in my life. So I'm like, I need to write about this because I don't know if there's ever a song about.
Did you write it when you weren't able to fall asleep? Like
yes.
in the middle of the night?
Yes, I wrote it in the middle of the night, and it like started, and you'll hear it in the song. Like there's a part where it starts with like 4:55, and that was like the time on the clock, and then by the end it's like 8 a.m. in the morning, and like
the worst.
It's the worst. So I wrote throughout the entire night and. Just basically talked about how I can't sleep, and it's like super fun and dreamy, but the lyrics are like kind of serious and really talk about like my anxiety and insomnia and all the like serious stuff I've gone through in the last year.
The second single, Shapeshifter, has even more personal meaning to Alessia, as she got to work on it with her idol, Amy Winehouse's producer, Salam Remy Gibbs.
I got to write this and record this with Salam, who produced like all of her projects and all of her music, and I got to write it in the room in the house where she wrote like all of Back to Black, which is like so crazy for me. It was just one of those like full circle, beautiful, like magical moments, and working with Salam, is amazing because they were so close.
And while she says there are no collabs on the album just yet, she does have her eye on one specific artist she'd love to team up with.
There's some artists that I have in mind.
Who's like your number one?
Anderson .Paak. So who knows? Maybe if he's watching this. I don't know why he'd watch an
Anderson.
interview of mine, but if you're watching,
I trust.
call me.
And finally, reflecting on her quick rise to fame over the years, she mentioned being able to relate to recent breakout star Olivia Rodrigo. And here's the advice she gives to her.
It seems like she's got it down, but I guess just like stay firm in your beliefs, I would say, and in who you are. And I feel like my manager always tells me that the things that you say no to are often more important than the things you say yes to. So I would say that. Stand your ground and don't be afraid to say no. And no is a full sentence. I read that quote the other day and I was like, that's very smart. No is a full sentence.
Alessia's forthcoming studio album is expected out this summer, but in the meantime, get excited for new music next week.